Yay! Jazz hands! We're live, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome everybody. And here you go. This is on my YouTube and Facebook, etc. Over to you, Viv.
Yay. So, Simone, I asked if you would jump on this live with me because this whole, there's so many misconceptions around chaos. Poor old chaos has got such a bad rap. People just assume that it's this awful, terrible thing that, it's disastrous and we've got to avoid it. Well, we realize that it's something completely different to that. So I would just really love to weave the absolute gift and possibilities that chaos is. So take it away, my friend. What is chaos?
Well, okay, so it's not so much like what is chaos, because I wouldn't want to define it, because literally the definition of chaos would be not defining anything, like is one way I would look at it. But you tapped into an energy there, is we've avoided chaos. Like this reality has told us to order everything. The better organized you are, the better person you are, the more you budget, it's better. The more you, the order of, hang on. Excuse me, it's alive. The more how are you supposed to order your life? You're supposed to, go to school, you go to college, you get a good job, you get married, you have kids, you and it's like there's not really much choice in there. That you're choosing this, but my question is, are you choosing this because you enjoy it and it's a choice, or are you choosing it because you've decided it's a necessity? So if you look at order is all about the necessity of what you must choose in order to, for what? To be acceptable to other people, to be acceptable for your family. My question is, it's like, what insanity are you choosing by allowing yourself to order your life rather than allowing the chaos to show up and allowing the brilliance of you to be there? Like, you are so much better and so much greater than what you're currently choosing. I don't care who's listening to this right now. You may have chosen some really great stuff. Are you choosing as great as what you could be choosing? And as great as you have chosen is the order, okay? Now, as great as what you could be choosing, instill chaos. So even right now, if you look at your life as it currently is, as I put your attention on it, just, okay, your life as it currently is. Look at your, your relationships, your business, your financial reality, your body, where you choose to live. How many of you choose to live in a place just because it's familiar? Well, that has a sense of order to it. Now I want you to do something and instill chaos. Go, if I was being chaos today, what would I choose with my financial reality? If I was being chaos today, what would I choose with my business? Now, notice there's an energy that shows up when I say that. Like, let's use financial reality as an example. How many of you were told, be careful with your money, save your money, budget, do this, do that, what's right, what's wrong? And you go, wow, if I'm going to be chaos with my financial reality, that means I'm spending it all. And I'm like, spending what I don't have. No. I didn't say choose insanity with your financial reality. That's already what you're doing. I said instill chaos. What if instilling chaos is receiving more? What if it's allowing more to show up with ease, joy, and glory? So everything you've decided chaos is that it isn't, and everywhere that you're not allowing chaos to show up in your life and living, where you destroy and uncreate it, right and wrong, good and bad, POC and POD, all 100, shorts, boys, proverbis, creations, bases, and beyond. And that is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement, which you can find out more at theclearingstatement.com. And it's myself and Dr. Dane here talking about it. But it works. It's chaos.
Yeah, and you just opened up a whole new space there, because this concept of relaxation, most people, when they get stressed about their finances, for instance, they go straight into that contraction, and we've got to cut costs, and we've got to start saving and budgeting, and we have to go without, rather than, to say to somebody that's stressed, hey, relax. I don't know if anybody's ever said that to you, but there's such a different space that
you actually just want to say, fuck off.
Exactly. You just want to
when you're stressed, when someone goes, relax, you're like, fuck off. And here's the thing you go to. You have no idea what's going on. You have no idea about my story. You don't know about the hardships. You don't know, blah, blah, blah. That's all your stories, guys.
Yeah.
Like, how many stories and reasons and justifications do you have for not choosing? Now, this is a great example, like you mentioned, Viv. If you look at an area of your life, and again, let's talk about money, because that's what, most people don't have freedom with money. So now get stressed about something, or it could be stressed about anything. Has that stress ever created anything greater? Or has it just justified what you're not choosing? So now relax, and you can tell me to fuck off if you want, but it's like, relax. Just breathe. Like, okay, so what magic, miracles, and chaos can I be today? What magic, miracles, and chaos can my business be? Can my relationship be today? Relax. And let the energy let the energy come in that shows you a different possibility. I was talking to Gary Douglas, who's the founder of Access Consciousness, and we were talking about something yesterday, and he said, we're talking about someone that we work with, and he said, yes, he said, I'm always willing to change, and she always has to be right. And no, it wasn't about me. But it's like, and I went, wow, that is such a key to success. Are you willing to change everything every day? And by changing, it could be like, you know what? I'm not going to choose stress. I'm going to choose ease. I'm going to choose to enjoy making my breakfast, not stressed. Because how many of you just choose something like stress, something like frustration, something like anger, and you create a whole reality around that? And my question to you is that your reality, or is there something different about it?
And that, is there chaos in choosing? Just recognizing that in that moment, you can change it with that one choice. Just giving yourself the permission to look at, okay, what are the choices available here? And that one question, that one reach in your world can just open up. And you touched on this just before in the Profit Club, where you talked about the space. The space that gets created to allow things to change, the space that gets created to allow that relaxation, where all that, the pressure and the stress and the tautness that people become accustomed to does start to dissipate. And that's, for me, where the creativity, the ideas, it's like, oh, maybe I could try this. It's like it releases that contraction to have more space to breathe almost.
Yeah. And do you know what that also creates in other people's realities, like your family, friends, etc.? It starts to freak them out. You have too much chaos, you have too much joy, you have too much ease in your life. It's like, so how many of you are holding on to the insanity of this reality, the frustration, the stress, everything that we're talking about, rather than there's chaos in the choosing of like, no, I'm not going to choose that. Like, what if you're the only person in the room, the only person in your household that wasn't stressed? Is that right or is that wrong? And you've defined it as right or wrong, rather than, you know what, I'm not having this as my reality anymore. I'm going to choose something different. I'm going to choose to have more ease. And again, the mantra of Access Consciousness is all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. I quite often say that over and over again. My OCD sets in. It's like, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. That's chaos.
And just the willingness to be different as well. I think people kind of, like you were saying, if somebody's stressed, if the family's stressed, they huddle together and they feed that artificial intensity rather than, well, I'm just going to go for a walk. I'm going for a surf. I'm taking the dog for a walk. They make a different choice to change the energy up.
Yeah. And that's you being willing to choose something different. And that's the chaos in choosing. So what are you not choosing today that would change everything that you've decided you have a problem with? Everything at that is times a Godzilla, we're destroying that, create it. Right, wrong, good and bad. Pop and pot, all 100 short stories, probates, creations, spaces, and beyond. And I don't know if Anna Marie's got the clearing statement link up here, but again, that's the clearing statement, theclearingstatement.com. And some really funny videos. Like, Dana and I don't talk about the clearing statement and be like, and this is what it is, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, we be us. And it's like, stop trying to pretend you're someone that you're not. Yeah. What if even if that was the choice you made today, and there's chaos in that choice. Okay, today, right now, auspicious moment, it's 8:26 in Australia, 8:26 a.m., Thursday, the 6th of November. I'm going to stop pretending to be someone I'm not. And there's a whole lot of things that go with that too. It's like, what are you choosing, that you're choosing to prove something, or to limit something, or to avoid something? Stop it. Stop it. What if you could be everything you could be, and you explore it? Like, really, truly explore. What would your life be like if you were truly choosing to live? What would you have to let go of? What would you have to choose? What would you have to gain? What would you have to lose? And these are all questions. And the idea of access consciousness too is to be in question. Because even if I'm talking to you now, and if you have done an access class, or you've never done an access class, be aware of what shows up when we ask these questions. Because as we ask a question, you'll be like, oh, this. And it's like, yeah, what am I avoiding? What am I defending? What am I trying to prove? What have I decided I would lose? What would you gain if you chose something different today? Like, come out of that boxed reality and start choosing what we were here to choose. What are you here to choose? What are you here to be? Let's be that magic, miracles, and chaos. Like, yes, let's go.
Yeah. And knowing that you've got the choice of possibilities as well, there's always another possibility. No matter what situation you're in, there is always another possibility. So, Simone, you're a facilitator of a class called Choice for Possibilities. And quick plug, you've got one coming up this weekend online, so people can join from anywhere in the world. We do have some of the languages being translated. So I wonder what else we can create and weave into the world over the next few days and the rest of our lives.
I know. I get so grateful and honored that I get to facilitate Choice for Possibilities, and I get to play with everybody showing up and explore the possibilities. And if you come, great. I welcome you. We're together for 3 days. You get a manual. There's lots of people on there. It's like, as you said, it's translated into a few different languages. It starts in 2 days. If you can't make this one, you make another one in the future. Great. I look forward to meeting you wherever you are in the world. And a question to end this with too is, what if you asked yourself every day, what would I choose if I was owned by possibilities?
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, you got this. One of my greatest targets here on planet Earth in this lifetime is to open any door up I can for more consciousness on the planet. And every person, what if you had more freedom? What if you please, what if you woke up and you just had this sense of freedom? And it didn't matter how much money you have in your bank account, or if you're married or not, if you have kids or not. There's no right or wrong. There's a choice to be free. I would like that in the entirety of the planet. So all of those beings, because I get there's a whole lot of people who are not asking for that. They like the structured, ordered reality. Oh, okay, good on you. All of those beings who are seeking something different, what if this is the difference that you're asking for? What if access consciousness is the difference that you're asking for? What if change is so much more available than you think it is, that you've got to choose? And that's the chaos in choosing. So
love it. So what would I choose if I was owned by possibilities? I've just added that in the chat for anybody that's watching this now or in the future. So thank you, Simone.
You're so welcome.
What else
I'll
is
see
possible?
you in a couple of days.
Yay.
Yes, thank you so much, translators. Oh yeah, I've got my t-shirt on. What if you enjoyed your choices? That's it. Don't judge. What if you enjoyed your choices?
Yeah.
Simple. Yeah. Way more simpler than you think it is too, by the way, guys. Way more simpler. Stop trying to make it hard. Remember, there's only one thing you want hard in life, and we're going to end it on
know what that is.
All right. Thank you so much, translators.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.